let's just be honest. Do you guys like resolutions and goals? How are those going for you? I personally do not really love resolutions. I would say I prefer goals, especially if those goals are attached to shorter increments of time. For example, I love to set a goal or two each day or week, month, or maybe a bigger goal that would expand over a quarter. Like 90 days is a perfect little sweet spot for some of the goals that I like to achieve. Maybe the problem with the resolutions is we think when we turn that calendar to a new year that we have to have all these grandiose resolutions. But yet when we look around, a lot of us don't have a great track record with completing those goals. It just might be that we've mismatched the timing. Maybe that's all it boils down to, is we needed less time. So we would feel a little bit more like we could reach that goal. Like it wasn't so far out in the future that we really couldn't do it. So maybe it's not really about sticking to the goal. Maybe it's just where the finish line falls. Another suggestion is that we actually dig deep enough to figure out why that goal is important to us. What is our why behind our goal? What's beneath it? Because it's often that very thing that's going to help us stick to our goal. It really may not be about the length of time or the goal itself, but who we are becoming in the process of reaching the goal. So for example, if you're one of the millions out there who are currently trying to lose weight as their resolution, maybe dig and decide if it's because you want to become a person who maintains a healthy lifestyle, and a healthy weight is a part of that. Maybe it's because you're a person who wants to have a long and healthy life with your family. All of those are honorable goals and reasons for goals too. But it will help us to keep our commitments to ourselves and to others if we understand the why that's beneath our goal. It also helps us if we will look at the person we're becoming along the way to our goal. And so what I want to suggest is that you celebrate the little mini victories along the way. Not just the goal itself, but the little victories as you walk towards that goal. It's a process, much like sanctification, and we don't become fully sanctified until we're in heaven. For those of us who are saved, that's where our sanctification will be made full. I love that God sees us as His children even before we get there. So maybe we should apply that to this idea of reaching goals, and we should be telling ourselves, training our brain actually, to look for the victories. And that's going to help us to succeed, because if we tell our brain that we're really winning already, right, then we're going to be more likely to keep winning. If we have a little victory and we celebrate it, our brain starts to see us as victorious, starts to see us as winning in this whole game of goal setting. It's so important what we say to ourselves and to others. We don't want to feel defeated before we even get going good. So celebrating as you go, keeping your mind on the reason, your why behind your goal, and stay strong. Be careful that you don't look at your past resolutions that you didn't quite meet and feel like you're already defeated. Declutter your mind. Renew your mind. Don't use that self-talk against yourself, because God is the one who has prepared the work for you to do. And you know what? He's going to prepare you to do that very work. He wants you to walk in it. So He equips you for it. We want to have grace for ourselves just like He has grace for us too. Remember that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So if your thoughts are, I am becoming a person who eats healthy. I am becoming a person who declutters my thoughts and my home. I am becoming a person who keeps commitments to myself and to others. Guess what? That's who you will be. Come celebrate with us your victories. Come join us over in the Hope Collective, where we are looking for glimmers of hope and celebrating with each other as we walk along the way, encouraging each other in our goals and in our everyday life. You can find us in the show notes below this podcast, and I would love to have you join us.